Manifestation, something that you dream about, having it as a goal, and what is going to keep you going for that goal? What's to keep you eye on the prize? Manifestation Mojo, to live the life of your dreams.
Probably the money
Mindset and going for a goal.
and how quick it comes.
Okay, how quick it comes. What about in your, let's say, your affirmations or your visualization or whatever? What if it doesn't come quickly for it?
Well, then I guess I'm guilty of the shiny object syndrome, and I've jumped to something else that is more interesting, that will keep me going, or that I think might be a better way for me to make money.
Well, let's speak in terms of what you have experienced in the last, well, how about both of us have experienced in the last 3 or 4 years, is that we've kept doing this and the money really hasn't come, but yet I love doing it.
So you probably love doing this more than I do.
And
Because
let's define this, doing this.
Manifestation,
Of what?
money,
Manifestation.
lifestyle.
Now, manifestation of money and manifestation of lifestyle are two different things.
Okay. In the past, we've talked about, hey, aren't you doing what you love, what you want to be doing? Yes, but it's coming short. It's coming short because of the monetary part of it. So, yeah, I like working on the computer and I like doing this kind of thing, but I'm not saying it's getting old, but it's got to have some results of, some money. Because, I mean, how long can someone work for free? Marie's getting tired. My wife, she's getting, she's gone 6 days a week. Even on her day off, she ends up going into work to fill in, to just do something, make a couple extra bucks. How long is that going to last? How long do I want it to last? I don't want to go long periods. It's already been 4 years without really making any money. So yeah, I enjoy this, but probably just not today is not the first day, but there's also a rub of, okay, I want to make some money and let's work on this project. And then the money doesn't come fast or quickly. So we move on to the next. So I'm happy doing a lot of different things, and I'd love to plant my flag and do something that I absolutely love. But I also have to take in consideration, what about the money? And where is that coming from? And when is it going to come here?
And when, yes. So how significant is that, the money versus the lifestyle?
It's really significant.
All right.
Planning vacations in the future, there's things and places I'd like to go and see and do, and I'll probably make it, but knowing what I want to do a year from now, I want to, instead of going, let's say at a class C, I'd like to go to at a class B, where have a little bit extra money and do a little bit more and not be so tight and tied down.
All right. So
if I travel somewhere, I want to be able to leave and go explore rather than sit in my room and look out the window.
Okay. All right. So the money and the mindset. So where's your mindset in relationship to the money, in relationship to working this online?
I want to work it online because even if it's a little slower,
you want the lifestyle.
I want the laptop lifestyle, yes.
And so you feel that you haven't really had this for the last 3 or 4 years, even though you haven't made any money, and you've depended on your wife.
Again, it's come short. I have the laptop lifestyle. I can work and kind of do, let's just say I can do whatever I want to do, but I can't.
All right, so you've tried many different, let's say, venues, many different ventures, and they really haven't worked out. So what is it in you? What is preventing you from having the money to result?
Focus?
Is it
I should say long-term focus. Let's say long-term focus.
Well, how do you get the long-term focus? That's really the question here. You've been doing this for 3.5, 4 years, but there's something that's keeping the ceiling on your, let's say, achievement?
Maybe it's just, something looks good on the surface. Let's say a program or a make money online program. It looks good on the surface. Then once you start digging into it, then the real colors start to show. And then I have to say to myself, okay, is this something that I really want to be doing? Like the launch jacking with Ministry of Freedom, but, more specifically, that, hey, this is great. And I went for 90 days, buried my head in it, and I did the work. I made some money, but it's not what I want to continue doing. I want to do something that was just not in my heart all the way.
All right, it's not in your heart all the way. So what do you think is going to get you in your heart all the way?
Something I'm enjoying, something that pays me, and something that, really it's a fit with my lifestyle, the things that I like to do. It's got to pay me.
We start with manifestation, or to manifest what you dream about. And now we've moved to the goal of making money. What is, and yet it didn't appear, so you went on to another shiny object. So how do you get the mindset to stay with something? What is needed for George? What is needed for you?
Saw a Darren Hardy video this morning about a locomotive, the old ones, and they take a lot of energy to get started. And once it gets started, it keeps going, and then you can't stop it. So what is it going to take for me is I probably have to, I don't want to say plant my flag because it's more serious than that. It's going to need to be the decision whether I like it or not, continue doing the job or the process over and over and over consistently, and not stop.
And not stop.
Even if it goes 90 days, if it says, hey, I think I'm going to make money in 90 days, even if it's 90 days, I can't stop. I'm going to have to go longer. No matter what happens, what anyone says, I'm going to have to continue to push forward, regardless if I like it or not. Because you can make money at anything. It's the decision that you want to do it, and then you have to stick with it, and you have to do the work.
Well, we've been doing the work. That's just it.
We keep changing. We don't do, or at least I'm speaking for myself, is I start with a lot of speed, a lot of effort, and then I slow down, I slack off, and then stop.
Is that the mindset that brings
that can't be. The mindset has to be, I probably haven't answered that question yet. You've been asked a million times, but the mindset is going to have to be keep going no matter what, because it will come. If I keep doing and improve every so often whenever I can, then it'll happen. If I'm making videos, if I want to manifest my epic lifestyle and be funded by making videos about XYZ, then I need to start making XYZ videos.
Well, that sounds good. So what is to keep you when there isn't, let's say it takes 90 days, 180 days to develop a money producing, what if it takes that long?
Then it takes that long. I mean, it's a decision.
So how are you going to stay stubborn and determined and having the mindset that you're going to stay on this path? Look at life. I
probably need to get pissed off at myself with my current situation. I need to get mad. I'm tired of being in the spot where I'm at. Better get out there and do something. And I think that over this past summer, that I've walked into a lot of things that distract me, let's just say, and they are now, I've realized what I need to say no to.
So you got to be consistent in implementing your strategy.
Yes, that's probably half of it. The other half of it, or even more of it, is that I have to be consistent on saying no to the things that will take me off that path. If you're open for a quick story, I had some dogs here, and it got to the point where they consumed my time. And because they're living things, And there was cause and effect that they got first priority over everything else. And now they're all gone.
The dogs are gone.
The dogs are gone. I got them 2 days ago. They're out. I'm out and done with that.
So what's you to get that mindset to stay with this program?
I'm coming first, not anybody else.
Okay, now, so if you get a call to help somebody move or something like that, what are you going to do?
If my job is not finished, the answer is no. When I say my job, my online business, whatever I'm calling this, I don't know what to call it, but I'm gonna have to call my project or my business something. It needs a name.
Would it help for you to state what your goal is right now in front of the universe? See, I'm willing to state mine in that.
Okay, well, my long-term goal, Stan, is I want to have an airplane. I want to have some property someplace in another state.
Okay, so how about the vehicle that you're going to use to get this property? Or maybe the vehicle doesn't matter?
I don't think the vehicle really does matter.
You wouldn't have to do it online, would you?
Correct. But part of my lifestyle that I want to work on, it's not going to be me going to Costco and working, or me having a home-based business where I have a ball and chain, where I need to be someplace. It needs to be flexible. It needs to be whenever I decide is when it happens. It's not going to be up to anybody else.
So are you telling me now that you just don't have the self-discipline?
Self-discipline for what?
Saying that you don't want to be under anybody else's control. Yet we are saying that the last 3.5, 4 years that you've been looking at other shiny objects and things. So do you need to have the self-discipline and sticking with the mindset of having just one particular vehicle that you're going to use?
I think that should be an answer for yes.
Okay.
One vehicle.
So let's sum it up. What is that you are going to do?
I don't have that answer at this time.
We've been looking at the difference between manifestation on one hand, setting a goal. I think manifestation is more for dreamers. Setting a goal is more for those who are practical. Having the mindset of staying on the goal, which is our 97% of the people that don't stay with it. So what's going to stay with it? That's going to be our next visit, to help people staying with and keeping their goal. We dare you to subscribe. New content nearly every day.